Well, you've probably noticed that two players are back. This match now played to a finish, and they've got the Crucible Theatre to themselves. Players finished on the other table.
Frame
so the wall's
14.
up.
Stuart Bingham to break.
And Stuart Bingham is back against the wall, in the manner of speaking. He's got to up his game. I think it's as simple as that. The way he's played most of the match, being 3 frames behind, he's not going to turn it round. That pot success needs to improve. And long pot success is low. That's just about right, I feel, for Ali Carter. Around about the 66–68%. That's good enough. But where Stuart is under pressure now, when he decides to fully commit to a pot, he needs to get it. He's got a shot here to the right corner, which would bring him position on the black. Does he feel confident enough? Is it too risky? He's played it well. He's to play it in such a way. Made the pot more difficult, but screw across, so the only red he was leaving was possibly the red he played, but a good pot it was.
Yeah, and that'll make him feel a lot better, because as we mentioned, his long potting has been way off tonight.
6.
He's not even getting close to the pocket, so that'll boost his confidence. He hasn't played a great positional shot there, though.
No, I'm a little bit surprised, particularly with the brown not being on its spot, why he didn't send the cue ball up and down the middle of the table. He'd have had a choice of these two reds to the left corner. He can pot this one, but using the rest, not easy. No, never easy.
Stuart Bingham 6.
Kissing the blue. Left Ali Carter. Nice easy starter. And I'm a poet, and I didn't know it. Well, there's a surprise. Okay, he may have been trying to pinch a little bit to get a good angle on the blue, but can't be affording to miss those. But Stuart needs to play better safety, although it is running. It's running. Got a little bit too thick. Look at the way the reds are spread. Anyone who gets in now with a chance, surely will get 50 or 60 points.
Well, I said before in the last frame that the interval was coming at a good time for Stuart Bingham. Has it come at a bad time for Ali Carter? Surely he's not started to see the winning line already.
One.
Well, his last two visits to the table have been very poor. He missed the red, and that was a very poor. I only assume he played safe. I don't think that this red potted. God, it's so thick. And as I said at the time, the way the reds were spread, this is a golden opportunity for first man in. Green didn't go in the middle. I'm sorry, the brown didn't go in the middle of the pocket, and that's why he's lost the
5.
cue ball somewhat. It's getting hard out there. Oh, but that's a good pot.
6.
That's an excellent pot from Stewart. A lot of pressure on that. Needed to get it.
Twelve. 13.
He's okay. I was looking at Stewart rather than the table then. He's just about on this red.
20. 21. 28. 29.
'If the pink's available into the left corner, I see no problem in playing for the red that's closest to the right middle pocket here. Well, he's decided to play for this one. I don't disagree with that. It's just that if he removes the red that's closest to the middle
36.
pocket, he'll release the other one.
37.
And obviously the black doesn't go to the right corner. Well, he's now on this red to the right middle, but he's going away from the business end.
43.
But at the moment he'd just be concentrating on accumulating points.
Okay. 44. 49.
2 reds, 2 pinks would be enough. 2 reds, 2 blacks would be enough.
$50.
So pop this black and just play a cannon, a little drop cannon on the red just to the right of the black. That's no problem. And this red and another black will put him 71 points in front
57.
with just 67 remaining.
$58.
And of course, if you're playing catch-up like this, Stephen, it's nice if you can do it in one visit.
Yeah, and this is more like the form he showed last year in winning the World Championship. Not wasting any time, scoring heavily.
65. 66.
You won't want to give this up. It's a horrible feeling when you're not called the world champion anymore.
Yep.
It's been a decent performance in this frame.
72.
Obviously aided by that poor shot that Ali Carter played. It, you know, stuck him in the balls, but showing good character here, as you'd expect, being world champion.
73.
We've not had a
81.
century break so far in this match. The highest has been a 96 from Stewart. We've had 4 centuries so far today.
88.
Day 1 of the Betfred World Championship. Oh, and we're not going to see another one, but that'll do. Stuart Bingham won it in one visit. Poor safety shot from Ali Carter. The balls were at his mercy. They had to be got, and they were. Still 2 behind though. 8-6, Ali Carter. So a bit more like it from Stewart. Temperament-wise, you'd sort of edge towards Stewart. He looks like the type of fellow who can put things behind him, whereas Ali struggles sometimes, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Stuart Bingham, he seems to be more composed, more relaxed, and as you say, bad shots don't seem to affect him as much, or if they are, he certainly doesn't show it. And in snooker, that's so important, not to show your opponent that you're feeling it, or you're angry or frustrated. But I was saying before the interval, when Stuart Bingham was going to the dressing room, it was important, whoever's with him, to sort of change his emotions, maybe just talk about something away from snooker, anything, just to sort of change the way he was feeling. And whatever they've said, they did a trick, because he's come out, put a great long red, and a nice 88 break there. So this match is far from over. We always say, as long as he keeps Alistair Carter from needing 1 frame for victory, there's plenty of room for manoeuvre.
Thank you. Frame 15. Ali Carter to break.
So Ali Carter gets frame 15 underway. Just a 2-frame advantage now. You can't beat it, can you? World champion on the ropes. Close match. Crucible Theatre, first day.
He must have known as well, Stuart Bingham, when the draw came out, he was in for a tough match. I mean, I think Ali Carter and Ding Junhui were probably the 2 that the seeds wanted to avoid in the first round. And as defending champion, he got one of them, so he knew he was in for a tough match.
Stuart just having a look, see if this red's cuttable. It's a thin one, but it might just cut, but that cue ball's going to be running loose. Unless he plays it in the top. Well, he's going to play in the top, a lot more difficult, of course. Played it thinking the only red he could leave was the one he was playing. Not bad, but not great. He's left the red on, and if that cue ball was tight under the cushion, it'd be a more difficult shot. Well, I heard a voice say, "Come on, Stuart," but I don't know where he comes on to, because I don't think there's a pot on. We'll settle for that. If that red hadn't gone in the jaws, it would come back up the table and it wouldn't have been a snooker. Easy escape, and there's a big bunch of reds to nestle into. Oh, misjudged completely.
Foul.
How's he hit the
And
pink?
miss. Stuart Bingham 6. Back.
That was remarkable.
Yeah, whether it came off the cushion squarer than he expected or whatever, but in the end he was lucky not to leave a pot on.
He's hit the pink full in the face. Now, did he do that just by being careless, or did the cushion react funnily? Let's see. He doesn't want to slide past that red, and that's what he's done. And maybe that's what he was concerned about first time around. He was worried about sliding past the reds, which is exactly what he's done, and left his opponent an easy starter. Okay, he hit the red, but not like he wanted to.
One.
He's okay, I think. Well,
7.
little tap of the cue on the ground there. Maybe he didn't come far enough. He doesn't look as though he has. Well, he's sort of playing it as though he expected a bit more of a bounce off the cushion, but you can't play for bounces.
I was just going to say that, John. It's like he was it's a dangerous situation when the tables, the cushions are acting unpredictably. You can't play for a bad bounce or a big bounce. And it's not easy for the players because it's so. Oh, he's played a very poor safety shot.
Stuart Bingham 7.
No harm done, though, it doesn't appear.
There's definitely tension out there now, though.
Yes, you can cut it with a knife. Oh, how's that red got through the gap? It's amazing. And I think it could possibly cut into the middle. It's thin. I mean, you feel certain that red's going to hit into another red. It's found a gap from nowhere. And it cuts. Just let's have a look whether this is cuttable. We can't play it into the corner here. Yes, it's this side of the blue line, so to me it's cuttable, but he doesn't fancy it. And he's played a cracker. Okay, just a fraction short of pace, but it was a good shot to play it like that. Didn't want to risk the cut because he didn't know where the cue ball was going to finish. It's amazing how this match psychologically, Stephen, he's just swinging one way and the other. We thought Ali Carter had the upper hand. Oh, and he may have now. That's a cracking pot.
He was forced into this pot. He had no safety shot. That's why sometimes it surprises me when Ali Carter turns down long pots, because he's such a great potter.
Yeah, he's got a terrific technique, pushes that cue through straight as an arrow, which you have to do. Now this needs to run. And it hasn't done. Still got a chance of this red that's close to the black spot. It's a thin cut, but maybe worth taking on. At least you're sending the cue ball back to the balk end with an element of safety attached to it. And a bounce will give him a chance at the green to the middle. And if he can get somewhere in that circle, he'll be on the red to the left corner. Wow. He's missed the green.
Ali Carter 5.
And, well, maybe because he hit the green too thick. That's why he didn't get position. But once again, I just sensed a little bit of a bounce there. There you go, arms out. Wasn't a clean contact. And he did leave a pot on.
1.
Nice angle on the blue here. He wants to favour going into the pink. He'll just favour the left-hand side of it as we look at it. Oh, in fact, it's just gone straight into the reds, and it's come out very nicely.
Yes.
6.
He just got a second kiss. The cue ball, it's in that red, but then it's in another two reds, just held it away from a cushion, and a nice easy red to continue with.
7.
Scored a nice break of 88 in the last frame. And this is a decent chance. Okay, he's not got the black to play with, but he's got the blue on its spot. And there could be a possibility here that the pink won't go back on its own spot. I'm not saying that's for certain. But it certainly suits Stewart if it didn't go on its spot and had to go on the highest available. Well, it does go on its own spot, but it's okay.
30.
Because I think it's available to the left corner, and if it is available into the left corner, then it's obviously available into the right middle. So it's not all bad news.
14. $19. $20.
A little bit more angle on this pink would have been ideal. There is a red available, one just above the black spot that he could play for in the same pocket as the pink. He can still stun over, but as I say, a little bit more angle was required to make it comfortable. And he's tried to stun across and didn't get into the cue ball enough.
26.
If you're going to play to cannon that red, you should have gone all out for playing the cannon on the red, not try to stun past it. Looks like end of break.
Stuart Bingham, 26.
Good shot now. That's what Stuart Bingham had a chance to do on his last visit. Had to get past the brown. And he didn't, and because he left Ali with his hand on the table, that's why he's facing this problem now, is Stuart. Well, he's having a look to see if he can come off two cushions here and just nestle to the red. But it's not that straightforward. Well, there's a red that's hittable. Maybe a couple. But not an easy return to the balk end. Two reds just to the left of the green. The one just below the green. I don't know whether he can get through to the potting angle with that on the right hand side of the table. If he could, He may be able to play the pot and try and get back to baulk end. I think he can just get through to it. Big shot this. Well, didn't go for it. Didn't feel as though he could get the cue ball back to the baulk end. He's got a 34-point lead. Doesn't want to give it away. Still in control of this tactical exchange is Ali, and he's covered the easy red for Stewart to play safe. That was the red on the right hand side of the table. That's covered by the brown. So once again he's got a problem here. Here's the virtual image. Not a lot to go at. I certainly can't, and that's the red, as I say, on the left hand side of the table, or the right hand side now as we look, covered by the brown. That's the only ball I could see where he could get a return to the baulk end. Well, what's he thinking of here? I'm not certain, but he'd like to have it again. Didn't see that as the shot.
And in the end, he could have left something easier than this. I mean, you still expect Ali to pot this, but it's a blind pocket. And I think he's going to have to play it softly for the blue. Well, he's not done. This is not guaranteed position for him at this pace.
Well,
Just stopped in time.
Yeah, I've just looked at his body language. Obviously the brown passes the yellow. Chance to get right back in the frame. Win it at this visit. Big ask. But when you're at the table, you've got a chance. I don't think he played for this red, the one below the pink. I think he played for the red in the middle, but
5.
you'll have to settle for this. Pot this red, and I think he can just about hold the white to play the cannon. Just play a little cannon onto that red. He's close enough to be able to hold for that cannon. And that
6.
left him nicely on the pink. But as I say, there's a red on either side of the table that are going to cause him problems. The one near the right middle, that's not possible. And the one on the left hand side of the table, well, it's in a possible position, but precise positional play needed from here on in. Big chance though. If he takes it, he'll put him within
12.
one frame of victory. Well,
13.
that was an unbelievable bounce off the side cushion.
Sure.
I've got a feel for the players, got to be honest. I mean, to pot that screw off the side cushion for the pink shouldn't be a problem, but it just flew off the cushion. A pity. He's got the green, but this is tricky. And when you know you should have been on the easier pink, makes it harder.
Yeah, will he be able to put that out of his mind? Good shot. In the normal circumstances, you expect him to put that 10 out of 10, but after the disappointment of the last shot,
16.
that made the shot, the pot on the green, even tougher. Hey, Jim, you almost don't want to use the cushions, do you, now for positional shots? You don't know what's going to happen.
No, absolutely. And as if there isn't enough going on in your mind without having to worry about how it's going to spring off the side cushions.
23. $24.
10 points behind, so this pink just reduces rears by 4 points, but this is where it gets harder. The red's not ideally situated.
$30. $31.
Anything but straight, and he'll be okay. Just got a slight angle to stun for the red in the same pocket as the pink.
$37.
3 points to lead. Well, Stuart will be hoping that this isn't a frame-winning contribution from Ali. And as I say, that red that's adjacent to the right middle, as we look, he's going to be difficult to get on.
So, 38.
Now, what sort of an angle has he got on the pink? He can't disturb the red.
I don't know how far he's taken the cue ball away from the red. If he leaves the red straight to this bottom right-hand corner, I mean, all he has to do is stun the cue ball. He's going to be on the blue. If he can just get himself straight on that red, and you see the angle, it's going to be a middle distance shot.
Yeah, somewhere in the circle. Wow, he's decided he's going to play the double. Problem with a double, if it doesn't go
44.
in, it can hit the jaw and you can leave it. He's played it confidently, but he's not got it.
Ali Carter,
Played it very
44.
quickly.
A
for
bit
me,
past
John.
the black.
Seemed to get down and play that very quickly.
Does pass the black. Oh, well. You can't beat a good ooh and ah at the Crucible. And we had a few there, and Stuart will be kicking himself. That was a chance. Okay, not the easiest of pots, but if he could have knocked that in, the frame was at his mercy. It's those type of half chances. Where's this cue ball going? Where's the cue ball going? It's good now.
That's very well played.
Yeah, there's always an element of risk playing at that pace, but he knew he had a few balls to snooker behind. And although Ali Carter is 10 points in front, if he hits this red, which he's got to, of course, if he doesn't get it safe, we'll have a new favourite in the frame. couldn't have hit it any better. Good shot. He knew he had to get a full ball contact on that red. Played it beautifully. And the pace was perfection. Well, that's a strange choice of shot for me. I can't believe Stuart's played that like that at all. I mean, there's so many balls he could have snookered behind just to send it up the right-hand side of the table and the cue ball on the same side. And if Ali knocks this red in and gets on a colour, he'll be one frame away from knocking the defending champion out of the tournament. In it goes. One. Not perfect.
It was a strange way he played the shot. I think when the pressure's on, a lot of players do prefer to stun balls in, but if he'd followed the cue ball in off the cushion, the baulk cushion, he would have been guaranteed in a colour.
Yeah, he's putting all his eggs into one basket really. He needs to be straight on the brown, and now he's not straight on the brown. I think the problem is in potting the brown, he'll run into the green, and that will leave him, well, possibly snookered by the brown when it's respotted.
He hasn't even looked at it, but I mean the yellow pot's to the right middle. He could pot in, stun the cue ball for the yellow to the green pocket.
And there you go. And that was all about pressure and the fact that he couldn't get perfect position on the yellow. So, Stuart, you've been given a lifeline here. Comes to the table 11 points behind, needs up to and including the pink to close the gap to one frame. Now, how will we play the yellow? If you was on the practice table, you play just a lot of right-hand side, drag it and try and hold for the green. This is not the practice table. So you go around the table. It's all about judging the pace. Needs to run past the blue. He looks to have played it absolutely perfectly. Great shot.
Five.
Glance at the scoreboard, 6 points behind. Brown, blue and pink needed. Another twist in this tail. And absolutely perfect on the pink. When Ali Carter potted the last red, it looked for certain he was going to win the frame. Mr. Brown in the middle, and Stuart Bingham has done the business. He's now just one frame behind. It's getting closer and we're getting nearer the end. It's 8-7 to Ali Carter.
Thank you. Frame 16, Stuart Bingham to break.
Well, Stuart Bingham won the first frame of this match. Then he went 5-1 behind. He levelled at 5-all. Then he went 8-5 behind. Can he level at 8-all? First to 10, remember, in these first round matches. Got a brown to the middle. 9'4". She's more my style rather than these meters and things. And rolling the brown in nicely. He'd have wished he could have done that in the last frame.
5.
Here he was, leaving the arena at the last frame, and he pushed the cue down the table, and the tip of the cue went in the pocket. Nearly lost the cue ball there because he didn't pot the red clean, but he's still just about on the black. If that red goes in the middle of the pocket, he'd have held nicely for the black.
Now, how aggressively does he play this? Not very tentative there.
Ali Carter 6.
You get the feeling, John, if Ali Carter doesn't start controlling his emotions, he can't win this match, for me.
1.
Yeah, and I think also another part of the equation, and I asked this question at the start of the match when I was in the commentary box with Ken Doherty. Those 3 qualifying matches, will they take it out of you or will it help you? Now I know it's a great thrill to qualify and be at the Crucible, but there could possibly be a bit of fatigue creeping in now. Not making excuses for anybody,
6.
but it makes you wonder. It's not a bad break, but he's okay if he can get through to this half ball red to the left corner, which I feel as though he must be able to, because he's looking where he wants to be on the black. Yep, if he can get through to this, he can get on the black nice and comfortably.
Seven.
No problem here, you can just stun for the pink to the right corner and playing this red, and
14.
consequently the pink will go on its own spot, so good chance to level here. Not the cleanest of pots.
And I think everybody in the theatre knew that, including Stuart. I agree with what you said earlier, Stephen. There's a few balls going in that in a couple of days' time won't be going in. Just so it's a new cloth and they seem to slide off the cushions a bit more.
$21.
Don't think the black, well, I know it doesn't go to the right corner, so I have to play for the pink here. It's a choice of whether you play for the pink in same pocket as the red or play for the pink in the middle. Just play for it in the middle.
22.
Of course, if he could remove the red that's near the right corner pocket, then the black would be available for both corners.
Sure. 28.
I may have been tempted there in playing the pink to screw back a little bit further, give myself a choice of reds. Okay, this red's easy enough, but he doesn't want one of these big bounces here. No, he's played it perfectly.
29.
Well, there's no doubt who's the most composed out there.
Yeah, and when we say composed, you just feel at the moment that Stuart is giving himself a couple of seconds, extra seconds, just to think about
36.
the shot and everything else, where last couple of frames it's been noticeable. And particularly in that last frame where Ali
37.
decided to play for the double. He just got down and played it very, very quickly. You know, it needed a bit more due care and attention. And that's sometimes because you're feeling it and you're annoyed at yourself that you've not won the frame earlier than you did. And you just try to get it over a bit quicker. And he'll be struggling to get anything over now because that has felt absolutely perfect for the defending champion, and
44.
This is a great opportunity to level the match at 8-all. Choice of reds. This one to the left middle. He's got the one to the right corner. Okay, he's hampered, but he doesn't have to do much with the cue ball, just drop the red in.
45.
Decides to play up for the pink and overdone it slightly. Oh, well, that'll do nicely. That has worked out absolutely perfectly. He could not have wished for it to work out better than that.
51.
And the red he cannoned into after potting the pink just nudged the other two reds into the open. Straightforward run to the winning line here. You wouldn't bet against 8-all now.
$52.
Another red and a black.
59.
61 points in front with just 59 remaining. Just making certain he's got the scores right.
$60. $67.
That'll probably mean that Ali will not come back to the table. And particularly if Stuart can knock this pink in. Well, not quite. 62 in
Stuart
it,
Bingham,
51
68
remaining,
on the frame.
and that's enough for Ali Carter. So once again, Stuart Bingham has clawed his way right back into this match. We're all square, it's 8-all.
Yeah, I think the interval has come at a bad time for Ali Carter. He went 8-5 up, looking by far the strongest player, and looked like, as you say, going to win the match comfortably, but he played a few dodgy shots in that frame after the interval, and now starting to look a bit twitchy and doesn't look comfortable out there. It has to be said, he does look a bit tired. You're saying he's played the 3 qualifying matches. Is that starting to affect him now? He'd love to get this one and have 3. You know, I think he gets 6 days off, I think, after this match. So that would help whoever wins.
Yeah, those qualifiers only finished on Thursday. They've had to play 3 best of 19 matches. Anyway, it's there for the taking now. What a finish we have.
Thank you, frame
in
17.
store.
Ali Carter to break.
Well, the last thing Ali Carter needed there was a poor break-off shot. Left his opponent with an easy starter.
Make sure earpiece is crackling there. Turn it off for me, thanks. One.
One loose red at the bottom of the cluster that he can play for. I think the browns are natural, just to come down the left-hand side of the table. Used all the pocket there, and that's why he's not got good position. Lucky the brown went in.
5.
Amazing thing was, he hit the brown too thick and still overran it. I think there's going to be a few
Bingham, 5.
more twists and turns before the handshake at the end of this match. That's a good safety. That's a good safety. They've been not consistent, either player, with playing good safety shots.
Yeah, you get the feeling Ali Carter needs to play 2 or 3 good shots in a row just to get his composure back.
Well, that was a great reply there from Stewart.
That's exactly what I was going to say, John. Great reply. So disheartening when you play a great safety and a better one comes back to you.
There is a path back to the balk end, but it's fraught with danger. But he's trying it, trying to swing this round off 2 cushions. Need to catch this red just right. If you hit it too thin, you could catch the red on the right hand side of the table. Hit it too thick, he'd collide into the reds in the middle of the table. But he's taking it on. Played it well. Found a good path and a good enough length to alleviate the danger. Good shot. Well, he seems to hit that red okay, but a bit pacey. And he's left a cut on here. The only problem is, if he just plays it plain ball, he could run into another red, and if he missed the pot, could leave Stewart in. If he wants to get the cue ball back to the balk end, he's got to play it with a lot of left-hand side, so that then makes the pot more difficult. Decision time. Went full-blooded for the pot and was hoping the cannon might leave him on the black. As it happens, he's just about on the blue. But of course the potting angle on the blue's taking him away from the reds.
Yeah, if he was playing in a club room, perhaps he'd be playing the pink to the left centre and just going into the reds. I mean, he's looking at the pink now. I think that's the shot. It's by far the tougher pot, but you'd have to think he'd be guaranteed on a red. Just feels it's maybe trusting to luck too much with the position. So left with this red from distance. Doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball. Depends how confident he is. If he wants to stun, he can leave the pink to the right middle, or if he wants to play with an element of safety, he can screw the cue ball back. But I think you just have to go full-blooded for the pot.
And that's exactly what he did, and he played it beautifully. Right in the heart of the pocket.
I think for a second he thought he was going to leave the cue ball right in front of that red that's next to it. Just crawled past it.
Yeah, and of course that's the thing, and you're always looking for the bad things to happen instead of just thinking positive and looking for the good things. It's understandable. We're now in a very, very important stage of the match.
$13.
The problem is with that shot, you just play it, you just automatically play it with a tracer right hand side. If you don't cue it nice, it just pushes the cue ball in, and that's why he hits it too thick. It's a plain ball shot, and just put a little bit of unintentional side on. And he's left the red. That's the worst thing.
I can play this for the black if he travels a bit too far of the pink to the left middle. Nicely played. He's suffering. There's no doubt about it.
Eight.
Points all square.
9. Sure. 16.
Not been behind in this match since the first frame, which he lost. Is he going to go one frame behind now at the business end of this match?
17.
This is an excellent opportunity for Stewart, and as Stephen has alluded to a few times in the last couple of frames, he's looking the more, shall we say, relaxed of the two, if it's hard to be relaxed in this sort of situation, but he's just giving himself a little bit more time not to make a silly mistake and make an unforced error.
Yeah, he just seems to be able to brush off disappointment of a poor positional shot or a bad bounce more than Ali Carter. Everyone's different in the game, all different characters and different temperaments, but Ali's just looked, since he went 8-5 up and come back out after the interval, it's like almost like he'd seen the winning line too early.
Before the interval, this was the pot success, 79%, 95% Ali Carter. And since the interval, remember, 95% Ali Carter is now down to 78%, and Stuart Bingham 93%. So a complete turnaround
25
in pot success. And no matter who you are, you've got to pot balls at this game of snooker if you're going to get anything out of it. And I think the worst thing for Ali, and as he sits there probably suffering, is the fact that he'll be looking back on so many opportunities he's had to have had this match sewn up by now.
31.
But then I wouldn't count him out, because if Stewart was to win this frame, okay, he used to within one frame of victory, but then how he could just throw off the shackles and come out all guns blazing.
32.
I wouldn't assume anything just yet in this match.
$38. $39. Sure.
Landed perfectly on the blue. Just got to roll it in. The red on the left hand side of the table is available into the right corner. Just a straightforward rolling, but of course there's tension in the arm, so he's got to be a little bit careful. And he has overhit it slightly, but it's okay. He can play for the pink.
$44.
Didn't want to risk playing for the pink. Maybe it is a bit tight, but you can see by the look on his face he's underhit that. He's not good on the blue at all. Just the wrong side of the blue line. I thought he'd have played for the pink, but maybe the pink is tight. Trying to force it round. Oh, and he's played this well. He's played this well. This is inch perfect. Beautifully played by Stuart Bingham. And still now on course to keep Ali Carter in his seat and go one frame away from victory.
$51.
So there you see it, 49 ahead, 59 remaining, but not for
57.
long. Red and the black needed.
58.
It's been a good performance. Very good performance from Stuart Bingham from 8-5 down.
66. $73. 74.
Breaks of 88, 44, 68. And now this 74 and counting, back to what he does best, scoring heavily. And what a time to do it.
Yeah, and if you can get this back double on the red, chance of the
78.
first century of the match. It's pretty close. It's very close indeed, and he's on the black.
79.
And that needs to slow up. It's okay.
86.
This will be the 5th century of the day. We've already had 4.
88.
And it'll be Stuart's 20th at the Crucible.
91.
And it'll be interesting to see, John, how the next frame goes, because the pressure now turns around. Now it's Stuart that's ahead and can see the winning line.
95.
Well played.
100.
Turn up.
$106.
Well, not since when he won the first frame has Stuart Bingham been in front in this match, but he is now, and if he wins one more, the defending champion will be in the second round. He leads Ali Carter 9 frames to 8.
He just looked, to me, Ali Carter, like, just all of a sudden became a bit anxious, like he was desperate to get over the line when he still had 2 frames to win. Played some poor safeties, but the turnaround has been incredible. And he's not really, some of the frames he's been letting Stuart. It's not as if he's forced his way into the frames to make the big breaks. A lot of the frames Ali Carter's been in first.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it's been that kind of match, but Ali Carter led 5-1, should have led 6-1. It's all a case of should have been for Ali at the moment. But I agree with you. He's a type of personality, and I know sometimes it can help him. He gets angry with himself and it makes him more aggressive. But sometimes he's 1 or 2 shots, particularly in high-pressure situations, where you've just got to give it a second or 2 more thought. Stuart Bingham's doing that at the moment. Ali doesn't seem as though he's capable of. He needs to get over that winning line in a hurry, and doesn't always work that way. But I'm not counting him out of this match.
No, definitely not. As I said, the pressure now turns around. Stuart Bingham's got that pressure on now too. He's 9-8 in front. He can just see the winning line. Will that make Stuart tighten up? Ali Carter's going behind there at 9-8. Will that make him relax a little bit?
Thank you, the 18th frame. Stuart Bingham to break.
Stuart Bingham reigning world champion, gets frame 18 underway. Ali Carter is now in a position where really he'll be thinking, got to play don't miss snooker. Any mistake now could be his last. He's done very well to get here to qualify. 3 qualifying matches he's had to win. And that's not a good sign. That was not a good sign. I'm not quite certain what choice of shot that was, but it wasn't a good one. There was no way he could play the pot on that red and get a path back to the balk end.
Yeah, that was a weak shot from Ali Carter there. Not only the way it was played, but just the choice of shot.
1.
Has he got anything left to give in this match?
Well, that wasn't his best cueing by a long way. When there's so
6.
much room in between the brown and yellow to get into it that much.
Stuart Bingham, 6.
But he put his disappointment behind him and he's played an excellent safety. Now I'm interested now to see what sort of shot Ali plays here. I didn't like his first shot, this frame. It's okay. I don't think that was exactly what he played, but he'll settle for it. But he might finish up behind the yellow when he comes back to the table. Well, he should have been behind the yellow. That was a chance missed. Good safety. But as Stephen said in the last frame, he needs 2 or 3 of them just to force a mistake from Stuart. Caught that a little bit too thin. Okay, maybe not left a pot on, but with Ali and his hand on the table, he can play a better shot than that, and it may be a pot on where he can find a path for the cue ball back up to the balk end. He'll be on the yellow, worse way. Didn't cue that. Hit at it rather than stroked it. Got the cue ball back to the balk end. As I say, he hit at the ball rather than going through it nicely. Once again, putting a fraction of right hand side on it, pushed the cue ball into the object ball. That's why he hit it too thick. Just shows you though, you can't beat a good cue ball, can you? You get it tight near that baulk cushion and it doesn't make any shot easy. And although Ali missed the pot, he's gives Stewart a problem here. This red will cut in, oh, he's having a look now, it will cut into the left middle. It's dangerous, but he may just be able to get the cue ball back to the baulk end, and if it goes in, beyond the yellow. Oh, so close. So close, but he judged it well. The main thing he wanted to avoid was a kiss on the black, and that was nice to see. Just out of shot there, Ali Carter tapping the table to say good shot. So even at this very important moment of the match, sportsmanship coming to the fore. Good to see. Always risky when you're striking down on the cue ball. You've got to hit it just right.
The red that's on the side cushion closest to the left corner, I think you can play thin off that and take the cue ball up somewhere near the yellow.
Well, be unlucky if the cue ball goes in.
Wow.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Stuart
You
Bingham
played just what you said, Stephen. You could never have expected that cue ball to go in the pocket. Looked to have played it well, a little rattle in the jaws, it'd have been perfect. Well, there's an example of Stewart not being confident, and with this red past the yellow, does it pass the yellow? I think not. Maybe it does. By golly, it does. So here's a chance for Ali Carter early on in this frame. Obviously he's got to win to take us to a decider. Well, such was the potting angle, he had to trust to luck with position. No, it wouldn't be too bad if he could get through to the yellow. He'd settle for that, but I don't think he can. No, there you see it. And the one thing he's got to do is cover this red that's closest to the cue ball. So it's thin off the pink and try and get in behind the yellow here. But once again, a very important shot, and he got down and played it very quickly.
Carter won.
Now has the blue come to his rescue. Maybe just. But as I say, you know, you're in this high-pressure situation. Give the shot an extra thought. Stewart thinks he can pot it. And he was right. He hit it too thick. And he's left it. So here's a better chance for Ali now.
One.
He's played that quite nicely. He'd love to get the black on its spot.
4.
I think if you got the black on the spot, then you could start thinking about winning this frame in one visit. And he has the angle on this red to play for the black.
Five. 12.
Play the run through and get somewhere near that circle. We'll be okay. Well, in actual fact,
13.
there's another red that would go, which he could nudge the red away. Now, in an ideal world, that red that he's nudged to the left of the black, he would like to play on that this time around. Keep the black available into both corners. Otherwise, you restrict your positional side of the shot. Played it pretty well.
20. $21.
Looks to have got his focus back. That's why he needed a few easy shots.
$28. $29.
Doesn't want to be just off straight in this black. If he's dead straight, you can just screw back. But if he's just off straight, might be tricky. But looking at his body language, I think he's okay. Just a touch of left-hand side.
Yeah, just a touch. He doesn't want to bounce off the cushion. Control that well.
36. $37.
Straight again, so may just play for red to the right centre. Yeah, that was good. That was a good shot. Struck that really well.
44. $45.
Dead straight again. Same shot. Well, this time he's played for a gap. Play for a red to the right corner again.
52.
He's on it.
Risky though, isn't it? Very risky. But he's landed on it plumb.
$53.
Well, look at that. Points scored in the match. 912 all. Amazing. This needs a bounce. He's got one. 49 points to lead. He's still looking for red, call it
58.
red. And he's not perfect on this red.
No, that always looked short of pace when he hit that. And that pink is just in an annoying place to make this positional shot easy.
$59.
Well, the yellow's the easiest pot. It's unmissable, but he's not guaranteed to get position off the yellow. Not guaranteed to get position off the blue. Colour, one more red required. Oh, he'll settle for a red in the middle. He'll settle for a red in the middle, and that's what he's going to finish up with.
61.
This red will put him 53 points in front, 51 remaining. Little shake of the head there from Stuart Bingham, thinking maybe that Ali was a bit fortunate to be on this red, or maybe the fact that we're going to go into a decider. Well, fair play to Ali. He's needed a couple of chances in this frame, but he's stuck at it.
Yeah, I agree. I have to admit, he had the look of a beaten man coming into this frame. He didn't look able to focus himself. But it's been a great performance, this visit to the table.
Just one snooker needed at the moment. If he pots the colour, it's frame over, so I think the cut on the black is the right shot to play at full stretch. And then it's gone. We've got a decider now, folks. Opening day, opening match.
69.
It's going all the way.
Can we see two
70.
centres in a row? I think this is a straight plant to the right corner. That would be incredible from 8 each.
$77.
Dead set.
78. $85.
Well, I thought there'd be a
86.
few twists and turns. These aren't twists so much as thrusts and parries. As you say, Stephen, and his first shot in this frame seemed the shot of a man who was saying, well, I'm going to go for him, and if they don't go in, I'll leave it to my opponent. But he got a third opportunity.
95.
And he certainly made the most of this, and take your hat off to him.
98.
We saw Stuart Bingham make his 20th century. This will be Ali's 30th. In it goes, superb.
100 U2.
Well, it doesn't matter about the blue. It was a tremendous century, and Ali Carter is leaving the arena. I don't know why Stuart Bingham's going to sit there, but he'll wait for him to come back because we've got a decider. It's 9-0. 9-8-5 behind. He kept sticking at it and keeps looking the cooler of the two, but it's who pots the balls, I suppose, Stephen, at the end of the day.
Yeah, there's no doubt that inside he's not as cool as what he's shown on the outside. But what is he feeling now? A deciding frame to stay world champion, to keep that title, to keep that dream alive of retaining it.
It's never been done by a first-time winner. Apart from probably the first person who ever won it. Would that have been Joe Davis? Not in the modern era. Few come close. Ken Doherty, the year after he won it, got to the final. Joe Johnson, of course, remember. Beat Steve Davis in '86. Played unbelievable snooker, did Joe, that year. And the next year got all the way to the final. And this crowd have been thoroughly entertained. Nice handshake, both players. No, it's all down to one frame, and anyone can win that. Toss of a coin.
Thank you. The deciding frame. Ali Carter to break.
Well, what sort of deciding frame will we get? Will it be over quickly with one visit, or it'll be a 30-40 minute scrappy pressurized frame?
First mistake. There's a choice of reds here.
I think the one to the left of the blue is one I'd be taking. He's stunned the cue ball across near that left middle pocket. You would think the only red he could leave would be the one he's playing as an easy red.
Quite solid. Maybe just overscrewed a little bit too far.
Yeah, if anything, hit it too good, didn't he? So much action on the cue ball there. I don't know where the in-off is on. I don't think so, the natural in-off. You'd love to just follow this off two cushions for the red that's above the black. He's worried about the in-off, I think. It's close, isn't it, John, I think?
Yes, it is, and of course when you're close to the cushion there's nothing you can do. The only way you can widen the angle is to play it a bit firmer. But you play it a bit firmer, you risk missing the pot.
There's a red that's to the left of the pink, the left of the table. If he plays it firmer, he can land on that one.
He did play it firmer and he didn't widen the angle, and that was a tremendous pot.
6.
Just that extra pace just throws the cue ball a little bit wider. If he rolled her in dead weight, chances are he would have gone in off.
So we always say, the old cliche, you're going to decide in frame, you just want one chance. Or hope to get one chance. And Ali Carter's got one. And it's a decent one. And the fact he made a century in the previous frame means he's got his rhythm back, he's got his timing back.
6 hours this match has been going on for. And this is the nature of snooker.
15.
Stuart Bingham, reigning world champion. Nothing he can do now, just got to sit there and wonder if he'll get back to the table. Just under hit that slightly, so he'll have to go up for the blue. Wasn't part of the plan.
22.
Be interesting to see if he has a nice angle on the blue. What he wants to do, if he wants to go into the pack, why
23.
that's been taken out of the equation because he's under hit that. I was going to say, if he got an angle on the blue, would he play for one of the loose reds, or would he choose to go into the pink and open the reds up? That's out of his hands now. Just stunning behind the black, for the black to the same pocket. Or has he got too much angle? He may have to go back for the blue. If he's playing for the black, these have to be hit well. Yeah, too much angle. This looks absolutely perfect.
29.
And he has to go into the pink here.
Yes, this is the question you were asking a couple of shots ago, Stephen. And he, as you say, he's landed absolutely perfect on this blue. Does he go for broke? Pot the blue, cannon the pink, full in the face. He's just checking that there's no red that would go in the corner. Doesn't want any plant going in.
No, I couldn't have hit him any better. That's very unlucky.
34.
Thing is, with that shot, if you're going to get the best result, you need to hit the pink full in the face, and then the cue ball will hold in the middle of the table. No one played it better than the man sat next to me. But he just didn't hit that pink full in the face, and that's why it drifted the cue ball to the side cushion. The red closest to it will pot into the right corner. So it's not a forlorn hope.
If he does miss it, the chances are he's going to cover it, because those two reds and the pink in that right corner. You can just roll it for a baulk colour. Yeah, played that very positively.
35.
Great shot. This is rain over.
Well, as I say, there's nothing you can do about it, but looking at Ali's body language there, he's obviously come too straight on the brown, and I would suggest that he can't get through to play the green. He's just got that angle, and it's that type of brown that if you screw back, you can't pot the green, so it's got to be the brown. If you screw back, there's a chance, silly as it might seem, that you could screw it off into the middle. That's what you're always wary of.
I think he's got the problem as well that nothing goes to the right corner. It may have to screw down for a red to the right middle.
And he stunned it, so he avoided the off in the middle. Now has he run too far?
39.
I'd say he's just run too far.
Why is he taking this red on to the right middle? This would be an aggressive shot. No.
Ali Carter, 39.
Excellent cue ball.
Caught the red too thick. And he may have left a cuttable red, the one in the middle of the table just below the pink spot. It's a thin one, but you could play it into the right corner pocket. You'll have a path back to baulk. Didn't play the pot in the end, just played the safety. It's not bad, it's not great. But of course he's got a 39-point lead as Ali Carter. First priority, try and protect it. Well, Stewart has left a red on here, but it's a little bit dangerous to go for. I was thinking of the one just below the pink. Room for it to go to the right corner, but he'd be running into the black or maybe the red next to the black. So if he misses it, Could be leaving something. He's got a straighter red, I suppose, that he could play in the right corner and screw back for a baulk colour, but the more pace you put into the shot, the more likelihood you're going to miss it. But this is the choice. He's hit it too well, but if he gets the bounce, he'll have a chance of the brown. Boy, did he strike that well, or what?
Well, we're in the first day of a 17-day World Championship, but you will not see a shot hit better than that for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, once again, we see the sportsmanship. Stuart Bingham there, just tapping his shoulder in respect of that great shot. Well, not for the first time, as he missed a brown into the middle.
Ali Carter 1.
A brown into the opposite middle cost him 1 frame. You've got to be so accurate when you're playing with pace, and he just caught the near jaw. And after that tremendous red, boy, will he be disappointed. First priority for Stuart Bingham, reduce your arrears.
Six.
He's finished 2 straight in this red. This is not straightforward to land in the pink here.
No, I'm just wondering, would you play a screw back and maybe cannon the pink and just hope you knock it on for the middle? Well, that's what he attempted.
7.
It could have worked out better. It was one of those, you just couldn't roll it in and be good on the pink, so you knew by screwing back you were going to run into the pink, so just a little bit to luck for position.
Just has to avoid the blue and yellow. He's going to stun off the baulk cushion, the left-hand side cushion for the red, closest to the right corner.
I think there's 2 ways of playing this. You can either play it with left-hand side, but I think if you play it with right-hand side, then you sort of got more control of the cue ball coming down the middle of the table. The problem is, all these top players will tell you, with these super fine cloths, you want to try and avoid using side at all costs. Well, would you believe it?
Stuart Bingham 7.
I don't believe it. I mean, he's trying to put the pink in a pocket that isn't there to get position on a red. You've got to pot the ball, Stuart. Can never sacrifice the pot for position. What's the point in that? Schoolboy error.
It's amazing what pressure does to the mind.
One.
Yeah, just made certain of the red, no heroics. Could lay a snooker here, and I think snooker Stuart on all the balls. I mean, the way the balls are situated, maybe thinking of putting a colour safe, but I think if he just rolls to the brown, he could snooker Stuart on all the reds. But no, he thinks the priority is get a colour safe. There's a bit of insurance.
Blue ball. Ali Carter 1.
Yeah, it was important to cover the red and the beside the brown. That stops the easy safety. Stuart maybe forced into taking the red that's closest to the right-hand side cushion on here. If he misses it, he doesn't want the red to disturb. Well, he's not playing it now, so I was going to say he didn't want to disturb the black, brown and red.
And as you so rightly say, that red, brown, black and the other red now is something that suits Ali to be in that position. But first opportunity Stuart gets, he'll be trying to move them. It looks like he's just knocking this red to the side cushion.
I think Ali Carter just has to be careful playing these containing shots. He doesn't hand the advantage. I know he's got a lead, but hand the safety advantage to Stuart Bingham.
I think the only thing that Stuart can do here is to get a good cue ball. Get that cue ball tight to the baulk cushion. Doesn't look as though he's in a position where he can get a snooker. So get a good white. Well, he couldn't have done much more. Well, there's the cue ball going.
Stuart Bingham.
That's unlucky. Remember, when the cue ball's in hand, it's got to go in the D. If the player places it outside the D, it's a foul. Obviously, no player would ever do that, but I have seen it done. Well, at this level, and that was a terrific pot. Needs that cue ball to slow up, and it has done. Now, I'm just wondering if he's got the angle on this pink, and he can get into the cue ball and get that cannon to release that red that's near the brown and black. This would really open things up. Oh, and once again he's forgotten the pot.
Stuart Bingham 1.
That pink in the middle twice. More concerned with position. Forget the pot.
He just didn't strike the cue ball properly, didn't even get near the cannon.
One.
Pink, red, pink. Leaves himself 4-3 up. 4-3 on. that was a pretty good shot under pressure.
So Stephen said
7.
36 points ahead. Red and the pink to go 43 points in front with 43 remaining. 6 hours 18 minutes. No. And he's missed a few of those, just like that.
Ali Carter's
So
7.
he's just putting the tracer side on and he's just pushing the cue ball over. And there's just a few of them too thick. He's not left anything though. But what he has done, he's offered a lifeline to Stuart Bingham. 36 points behind, 51 remaining. Frame and match still on.
Very surprised that Ali missed that red. I know there's a lot of pressure out there, but that was get on the pink. That was match ball. This was a. It seems almost cruel to say it's a bad miss, but it really was. He was a long way away from that pot.
Yeah, and as we said, the pink would have made it so he was 43 in front, but if he could have dropped behind that red along the top cushion and just rolled that in, that would have been frame and match over. I think Stuart's considering here, when he plays safe off this red, whether it's worth trying to play a cannon on the blue. Well, for me, it isn't. It's imperative here he gets a good cue ball. Forget about the blue. Well, not the best of shots. Not the best of shots by any means. Just got to be wary here if he's playing the cross double safety that he doesn't get the double kiss.
Yeah, this is almost an example of the safety being as difficult as the pot.
And in the end he decided, like you thought, Stephen, it'd be worth risking having a go at the pot. The only red he could leave was the one he was going for. I mean, Stuart would love to get in a position where he could release that brown and black. And that's a clever shot. That's clever. Ali had a chance to play a similar type of shot a while ago, but rather than play the snooker, decided to knock the blue safe. It's all about opinions. And that's not close.
Foul and a miss. Stuart Bingham 4. Back.
These are valuable points for Stuart Bingham. Now 32 points in it.
Foul and a miss. Stuart Bingham 4.
I think he's just so conscious of leaving the cue ball far side of the red to leave a pot on.
Okay.
As you say, John, these are valuable points for Stuart Bingham.
Absolutely. If he misses it going and it's off the cushion, he'll leave it on for the middle. And that's what he's done. 28 points behind now. Stuart Bingham. Yeah, it was always difficult with the cue ball and the object ball being so close together to get the real run through that was required to be nicely on the pink. Frightened of playing a push shot. So if I was Stuart now, I'd be making certain of these 6 points. Wow, what a shot he's played here. Oh, does he get the kiss on the red? Oh, unlucky. Great effort.
7.
21 points behind now. Suddenly, this frame is back in the balance. But once again, that's a poor safety shot from Stuart.
Bingham, 7.
He's played so many that are just tentative, you know. I mean, you've got to get that baulk cushion with a cue ball. Don't leave your opponent with his hand on the table. Where's this red going? Where's it gone? In the pocket.
Wow.
Okay, there's a bit of luck involved in that, but Stuart, you've only yourself to blame. You should have found the baulk cushion.
Yellow ball.
Well, taking that opportunity to put another ball
Ali
safe.
Carter, 1.
Now, I'm not certain whether Stuart can just get past the pink to make contact with this red. I think he can. But Ali Carter, assuming that the yellow is now safe, the blue is safe, so 2 balls that are nice insurance policies for him.
I could send this red pretty close to the yellow here.
Well, he didn't fancy playing at a lot of pace.
Has he got the snooker?
Can't have, surely, can he? Well, looking at how his face he has. A picture paints 1,000 words.
Well, we talked previously about Stuart having only himself to blame when Ali potted out that double. I think Ali's only got himself to blame. He's concentrating on putting the yellow safe. He had an easy snooker to lay that previous shot.
Yeah, he could have nestled up to the green. Only had to hit the green full ball, and it'd have been a very difficult snooker to get out of. It turned out it was an easy enough swerve, but he had to judge the pace of it. Now, will Stuart be tempted by this? Could play the pot and possibly cannon the yellow away from the side cushion. But he knows he's at the point of no return. Played it where it had been on the green. Ali Carter comes to the table 22 points in front. Red and a pink will do.
Yeah, but can he pot this slow enough to play the pink? And if he goes up for the green, all of a sudden he needs that yellow that he's put safe. And he could play this to screw off the side cushion here. That's what he's done. Great shot. He's going to have to play a pink in the middle.
1.
the crown is slipping. This pink to go 29 points in front with 27 remaining. And it's there. So Stuart Bingham, if he's going to stay in the tournament, has got to get a snooker.
7.
Has to be said, it's been a great performance by Ali Carter from 9-8 down. As I said, I thought he was a beaten man. His body language, he looked like he had nothing left in the tank.
Yeah, I was exactly the same opinion.
Ali Carter 7.
After Stewart had broke off in the 18th frame, Ali just got down and played a red as though that was it. But for a snooker, he's going to be in the second round. It's not a bad line, this. But not hard enough to get him behind the pink. Great pot, and that should be the one that gives Ali Carter victory. He led 5-1, he led 8-5, but then when he went 9-8 behind, you thought that the defending champion had got over the big hurdle. But he's come back all guns blazing, made 102 break, did Ali, to make it 9-all. Well, it's not there, but 31 points in front, 25 remaining, 2 snookers needed for the defending champion. Well, that's one way of getting a snooker. Stuart decided to play the pot. I think Stuart was thinking pot the green, brown. Well, I was thinking maybe one snooker on the blue, but that wouldn't be the case. And he's missed it.
Foul. Stuart Bingham 4.
And he's missed a few. What you would think are easy escapes at this level. One cushion escapes. Just one snooker needed now.
Not really factoring this one snooker. Look at the position of the brown to blue and the black. So he's still a very, very strong favourite, Ali Carter. So his body language looks like he's panicking a bit, but I don't think there's any need to panic yet.
Yeah, just send this green up towards the far left corner, as far away from the brown as you possibly can. Because of all the balls you wouldn't want to be snookered behind, and that's the brown, but it'd be tough to get in tight behind it. But from Stuart's perspective, if you can't get a snooker, make certain you get the object ball safe. I don't see any value in potting the green. It just means that there's going to be one less ball to snooker behind. But then, having said that, it might not be straightforward to play safe off the green. So maybe he's forced into potting it.
Three.
It's just so difficult. You can't get a snooker behind the black. The blue's very tight against the cushion.
I'll try and take the blue out here. No. Just concentrating on keeping that brown safe.
Bingham, three.
Not a bad idea though. It wouldn't have been a bad idea because you're bound to get the brown safe and could have brought the blue slightly away from the cushion. That wasn't a bad effort, you know. It was just hard to control the brown if you were trying to get the cue ball over behind the blue. And this brown is cuttable. How about this for a shot? How about this for a shot? Is it there? Not quite. Still needs a little swerve.
You have to say how anxious Ali Carter looks if Stuart Bingham were to get a snooker. I don't fancy him hitting it. He looks desperate to get over that winning line.
Yeah, well, he's played a few one-cushion escapes and misjudged them. Whether it's due to his error or the cushion's not reacting properly, I don't know, but I should think he would be concerned. Should Stuart lay a snooker? Now, is it worth running this brown into the blue? Bringing the blue away from the cushion and trying to get a good white at this end of the table.
Oh, this can't be a good shot.
Well, I'm not quite certain what he's played there. There's some very strange shots that Stuart's played in the last frame. What is going to be the last frame of this match. But he'll still get another chance. Now can he stun this brown at the table and maybe bring the blue into play? I'm not certain whether it's on or not. Or just stun across and try and get the snooker behind the pink.
Even possibly follow through and just nudge the black away from the cushion. Where's the cue ball? That's okay.
Ali at the moment is just prowling around the arena. He's frightened to sit still. If this brown misses the pink, it could be a snooker. Not quite. Another one you would have thought that Ali will hit from behind. And it looks like he may have got the snooker here. And if he has, Stuart Bingham has got to hit it and has got to get it safe. Otherwise, his title defence is over. And he could just get through to it. Needs his cue ball to run and run hard and run hard. Could that be Stuart's last shot? He's been a great ambassador in the last 12 months, but it could be coming to an end. The title of world champion right here, right now. Well, he put up a great defence. Didn't play well in the first session of this match. Oh, he's float the blue. So that does end any hope Stuart Bingham had of staying in this championship that he so gloriously won last year. And he puts his hand now and congratulates Ali Carter. Stuart Bingham won the first frame and went 5-1 behind, 8-5 behind. Then he went 9-8 in front, but a great response from Ali Carter to come back and win the match by 10 frames to 9. Every credit to Stuart Bingham, great sportsman to the end. You'll be back, no doubt about that. But it's Ali Carter who advances to the second round.